What is going on? Welcome to another Beyond Plug and Play video. My name is Logic Motion. It is January 2nd, and we have some gaming news. Microsoft discontinuing support for Windows mixed reality headsets. We also have an article that I saw on PC Gamer where Helldivers 2 and Marvel Rivals convinced me that Battlepasses should never expire. We also have Game Science co-funder, CEO, and founder has confirmed that the Xbox port for Black Myth Wukong didn't arrive due to optimization issues on the Series S. So that's our gaming topics today. So let's get into them. So basically, if you bought one of these headsets or you bought into the Windows mixed reality ecosystem, you are effectively getting screwed. As of November 1st, 2026 for consumers and November 1st, 2027 for commercial customers, Windows mixed reality will no longer be available for download via the mixed reality portal app, Windows mixed reality for Steam VR, and Windows VR Steam VR beta, and we'll discontinue support. All right, so there you have it. If you use a Windows mixed reality VR headset, you will no longer have support after November 1st, 2026. There will be no Steam VR driver. There will be no Windows mixed reality portal app through the Microsoft Store. There will be nothing. The app is going to be deprecated. It's all going under. It's really unfortunate too, because these headsets aren't inexpensive. These are expensive headsets. Like I said, I have the HP Reverb G2 and it's not cheap. It's like $800, $900 or whatever at the time when I got it. And like, it's not the best headset in the world, right? But to just have it just do nothing is incredibly awful. It's just turning into dead weight, which is really unfortunate. The way the article was making it sound though is that if you continue to keep the software on your computer. So if I download the Windows mixed reality app right now, set it up, go through it or whatever, and I have all the drivers and whatnot on my computer right now, I'm good to go. But as soon as I re-image my computer or re-restore or whatever from a blank point or just put a new ISO on there, I will no longer have access to that. There will be no way for me to get that. And I don't know about you, but every so often I do like to reset my Windows, probably like every 6 to 8 months. Just depends on what's going on. I switch out like a lot of hardware, so it's just something that I do. So I wouldn't have access to that app anymore, which is really unfortunate. To pay all this money for these headsets and just be rendered like whatever, discontinue support is awful. This should be an outcry. Like, people should be raging at this. Like, this is insane. And I was doing some snooping on Reddit. There is a change.org petition going on right now. They're basically asking Microsoft to make the Windows mixed reality open source, right? That way the community can maintain it, they can patch it, they can do whatever, right? Just because I don't know what the big problem is. I don't know why Microsoft is at a point where they either can't maintain this or it's costing. I just don't know what they're losing, right? But to just take this app, completely deprecate it in 2026, effectively 2027 for enterprise users it's insane, especially when so many headsets rely on this platform. So I'm very shocked that there's not more of an outcry. At the moment of this video, there's only 4,500 signatures. There needs to be more. I don't know if anything can actually be done with these signatures, but sometimes these things help. So I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to post a link down below. I hope we can do something about this, just because this is huge. There should be a bigger outcry. These headsets are crazy expensive, and to just have them not work anymore is insane. And like I said earlier, I always, every so often will re-image my computer, put a new OS on there, just because it feels like a fresh start. And you can kind of get like a performance boost out of it if things are going a little haywire. So I do it pretty often, and then I'll switch from like Linux or Windows 11 or whatever, just to see what's going on. Like I do it all the time. So to just have them be like, okay, well, if you upgrade to the newest platform of Windows, you're not gonna be supported anymore, or you can't download this app anymore, is super unfortunate. And I don't know if there's a way like on Android where you can like save the APK. I don't know if there's a way to do that on Windows. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I honestly don't know. Why would they do this? It's so crazy to me. Anyway, I'm rambling. Check out this change.org petition. It is a really good thing that we push Microsoft to make this open source. That way the community can maintain it, the community can manage it, and we can continue to use our headsets, hopefully. If not, we're going to lose access to our headsets in 2026, It's going to be really unfortunate, and there's going to be a huge outcry for people on these platforms. So basically, we can't really trust Microsoft to do anything. We can't trust them to maintain a platform or maintain any type of space, or these headsets are going to be rendered useless. All right, so here's some more gaming news that I thought was pretty interesting. Helldivers 2 and Marvel Rivals convinced me battle passes should never expire. Following in Halo's footsteps, 2 major 2024 hits won our hearts by letting us take our time. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I've always kind of had the same mindset about battle passes. And essentially it's that it's punishing the paying customers. So if I buy a battle pass, right, and I don't finish the battle pass, well, I'm essentially being punished because I don't get to get these items. I'm on a time schedule to get these items. I can't always level it up to the maximum or level up to 100 and get all the items in the pass, right? So you're punishing the paying, working general customer, or you're forcing them to only be able to play your game because you're like kind of time gated, right? And it's never really sat with me, right? And Helldivers 2, while it does give you time to complete your pass, or Marvel Rivals gives you time to complete your pass, these games were not the ones that convinced me. I was convinced far before these two games came out, just because I've always thought it was kind of like a predatory like tactic, you know, like, okay, let's make it to where this pass lasts like 2 months or whatever, and if you can't complete in time, that's it, you don't get the items. It just seems kind of scummy. You know, we don't know what's going on in somebody else's life. And then the thing too, it wouldn't be bad if you didn't pay for the battle pass, but usually you got to pay some type of money for a battle pass. So not only do you pay for this battle pass, but then you're expected to play to gain the items in the battle pass. And if you don't get the items, or I'm sorry, if you don't play, you don't get the items for pass you paid for. So you paid money for this pass for the opportunity to get the items, not to actually have the items. So that's, to me, that just sounds crazy. So I'm paying $10 for the opportunity to get the items, and then if I don't get the items, I don't ever have a chance to get the items ever again. That sounds insane. It's crazy. I mean, you can't really justify it, right? It's ridiculous. The whole battle pass culture is awful. I hate that every game has adapted it. It's even hit fighting games. Fighting games have battle pass. It's awful. It's terrible. If there's one thing about modern gaming I hate, it is battle passes. And so while it is nice though that Helldivers and Marvel Rivals give you time, I don't like that. It's become such a staple now that it's a surprise when a game doesn't force you to basically or time gate you. This should have never been a thing. You're basically punishing the paying customer, or the paying working customer, right? Because they don't always have a lot of time, or something comes up, or there's just so many things that can happen throughout someone's life, right? To where they just can't do it in time. So I just think it's unfortunate that we've gotten to this, was it modern gaming culture, where it's accepted that battle passes should be this way, that we should time gate you. Okay, well, you're gonna have to pay $10 for this battle pass, and then you're only gonna have 2 months to finish this battle pass, and if you don't, then you miss out on all these items. If you do, great. I think it's whack. I've always thought that mindset, or this part of gaming culture, has always been whack. I don't think Helldivers 2 or Marvel Rivals convinced me of that, though. I've known that far before Helldivers and Marvel Rivals came out. It's just always felt predatory, always felt like the paying customer is being punished, which should never be a thing. Should never feel time gated to play a game, right? Oh, you know, if I don't play this game, then I'm gonna miss out on these items, right? Like, that's got to be the worst feeling. I was like, oh, I want to play this, but oh man, I only have like 2 weeks left to finish my pass. Let me grind this out. Like, that doesn't even sound fun at that point. That sounds like you got a job. You got to clock in and finish your pass, or you're gonna miss out. So I don't know. I've never been a real fan of this style of content. Anyway, the moral of the story is, I don't think Helldivers 2 or Marvel Rivals convinced me that battle passes should never expire. I've had this mindset. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have had this mindset for a long time. It's whack. I think even Halo Infinite had this type of battle pass to where it just basically doesn't expire. I think moving forward, games should adopt this because you're, like I said before, you're punishing the paying working customer is being punished here. Maybe not kids because they have more time, but basically the paying working customer just doesn't have enough time to finish this. Like, you know, 2-3 months, whatever, anything can happen in that time, get busy, whatever, you know? All right. And our last story for today is GameSign CEO founder has confirmed that the Xbox port for Black Myth Wukong didn't arrive due to optimization issues on the Series S. So this was spotted on Gaming Leaks and Rumors. It's basically or r/Gaming Leaks and Rumors. So if you know about it, they got a lot of, some stuff on there is credible, some stuff on there is not. So take this how you will. What is it? I'm going to butcher this name. I don't even know if I should say it, but I'm just going to say the second part. Was it Fang Ji, CEO and founder of GameSign, recently took to the Chinese social media app Weibo to express his views on Steam Awards 2024, stating that he felt a little emotional after winning 3 awards. He also elaborated on the Series S optimization issues, which led to Black Myth Wukong not releasing for Xbox. He stated that the reason is that the 10 gigabyte of shared memory, which is really impossible to get without several years of optimization experience. Okay, essentially this is the GameSign CEO founder elaborating on why the Xbox Series S is the reason for the delay or the indefinite delay of Black Myth Wukong on Xbox. I'm starting to believe developers, CEOs, founders, anybody about the Xbox Series S issues, because this isn't the first time we've seen this, or we've seen people talk about the Xbox Series S being a problem to develop for. Now, if you look back on, I think it was Gotham Knights, the reason that that game was 30 FPS, the rumors were it was because of the Series S. There was a bunch of devs on Twitter talking that the Series S was really hard to develop for. And I don't know if you know this, but if you have a game coming out on Xbox, it has to have a version for the Series S and the Series X. You can't just have a game for one version. That's the rules for that Microsoft set. So it's unfortunate. And basically it might just take away dev time from either optimizing or just having a more coherent game, because they have to develop for this lower end SKU, basically the Series S. And I'm starting to believe this rhetoric online, just because once you have a CEO come out and say it, and the CEO might not be the developer, but basically he's saying, well, the reason why this is happening is because of the Series S. It's hard to develop for. It's the 10 gigabyte shared memory. Well, that could give credit to the people that when Gotham Knights came out, they were saying, yeah, it's a Series S GPU. Like it's tough to develop for. It's this is the reason why the game's at 30 FPS. It's starting to give those tweets, that those rumors, more merit, right? And the Black Myth Wukong for Xbox it's delayed indefinitely. We don't know when the release date is going to be. So they're probably stuck optimizing that game for the Series S. For the Series X, it's probably good. They probably have a working version, but they have to also release the Series S version. That's the way Microsoft's policy is. If you're going to release a game on the Series S, or I'm sorry, on the Xboxes, you got to have one that works for the Series S, and you got to have one that works for the Series X. And it's unfortunate, but I think I'm starting to believe these claims that the Series S is really tough to develop for, and it might push other games back because you don't have much to work with in that environment or on that SKU. Anyway, that's all the gaming news I have for today. Tell me what you think about Windows mixed reality VR headsets being basically discontinued in 2026, effectively 2027 for enterprise users. Tell me what you think about battle passes. Should they be time gated or should they just go indefinitely until you can get to them, right? And let me know what you think about Black Myth Wukong not releasing on Xbox because of the Series S. Do you think it's a rumor? Do you think it's true? Do you think there's some merit into this guy's claim? If you made it this far into the video, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching another Beyond Plug and Play video, and I will be back with more gaming news. So I will see you next time. Take care.